Rachel Zegler was visibly emotional after learning that Brett Cooper, known for her bold conservative opinions on the Daily Wire, has officially replaced her as Snow White. To make matters worse, Brett's version of the character is already outperforming Rachel in ratings. This unexpected casting decision has caused a frenzy on social media, with fans overwhelmingly choosing Brett over Rachel. And let's just say, there's a solid reason behind the backlash against Zegler. When Rachel was first cast as Snow White, she had ambitious plans to revamp the classic fairy tale. She dismissed the timeless Prince Saves Princess story, opting instead for a modern take that excluded Prince Charming altogether. While some praised her efforts, others criticized this bold move, questioning if it was too drastic for Disney's audience. Now, with Brett Cooper stepping into the role, many are celebrating a return to what they see as the essence of Snow White.
And I'm sure that Disney will be firing her just as they did Gina Carano, because they're certainly not biased. Any minute now. Yeah, just you wait. Whoa.
Rachel's approach, however, continues to face heavy criticism, with some fans accusing her of ruining the magic of the original story. For many fans, Snow White is more than just a movie. It's a cherished piece of childhood nostalgia. A dreamy love story with a prince, a princess, and that iconic happily ever after ending. So, when Rachel Zegler's version completely removed the prince, it felt like a betrayal to those who grew up loving the original tale. Imagine expecting a romantic fairy tale only to discover that the love story has been replaced with a modern twist. Fans flooded the internet with their frustrations, arguing that some classics should be left as they are. The sentiment was loud and clear. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But here's the thing, this isn't the only change stirring up controversy. Let's talk about the Seven Dwarfs. Or should we even call them dwarfs anymore? Disney decided to make another major change here, one that has fans even more divided. Instead of casting little people for these iconic roles, the studio went in a completely different direction. Disney made a bold move by casting taller actors to play the Seven Dwarfs. Yes, you heard that right. The dwarfs aren't dwarfs anymore. This change was reportedly influenced by Peter Dinklage, a well-known advocate for representation, who publicly criticized the original story as offensive. Fearing backlash, Disney scrapped the idea of casting little people and opted for a diverse group of taller actors instead. But this decision didn't go as planned. It backfired spectacularly. Many argued that Disney missed a golden opportunity to spotlight 7 lesser-known actors who are little people. These could have been career-defining roles in an industry where opportunities for little people are already scarce. Instead, the move was seen by some as exclusion wrapped in the guise of progress. And that's not all. Let's circle back to Snow White herself. Casting Rachel Zegler, a Latina actress, sparked its own wave of controversy. While some praised the decision as a step forward for diversity, others weren't so quick to celebrate, voicing their concerns over this bold reimagining of a beloved character. Snow White's identity has always been tied to her iconic description: skin as white as snow. Changing that sparked outrage among fans who felt the character was being altered beyond recognition. Just when it seemed like the backlash might settle, leaked set photos hit the internet, reigniting the controversy. Disney's PR team scrambled to claim the photos were fake, but fans weren't buying it. The denial only fueled the fire, making the backlash even worse. At the same time, some fans pointed out that Brett Cooper, who recently took over the role, at least looks like the traditional Snow White.
What Rachel Zegler is posting, that is true hatred, and that is intentional misunderstanding. Stays weird.
This comparison added another layer to the debate, with critics arguing that sticking closer to the original character might have avoided much of the uproar. At this point, Disney appears to be juggling one controversy after another, and dropping the ball every time. Whether it's the missing prince, the non-dwarf dwarfs, or the debates surrounding casting, this project has turned into a string of PR disasters. But here's why it matters. For generations, Snow White has been a beloved classic, a fairy tale that has stood the test of time. Fans don't just want a movie, they want to experience the magic, the romance, and the whimsy that defined their childhoods. Take away the iconic elements, and what's left? a polarizing remake that's alienating the very audience it was supposed to charm. If you thought the drama couldn't escalate further, think again. Disney has made yet another eyebrow-raising move, dropping the Seven Dwarfs from the title entirely. That's right, it's no longer Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, now it's just Snow White. Why? Because the remake features only one dwarf character. Naturally, fans are outraged. Many are asking the obvious, why even call it Snow White if you're removing everything that made the original iconic? It's like ordering a pizza and being served breadsticks instead. Sure, it's food, but it's not what you came for. Disney's reasoning seems rooted in avoiding offense, but fans see it differently. They're calling it an overcorrection, claiming this isn't about progressiveness, it's about erasing the charm and magic of a beloved story. The whole situation feels like Disney is attempting an impossible balancing act, trying to please everyone and in the process, satisfying no one. But hold on, there's more to unpack here. Rachel Zegler, the original Snow White casting choice, didn't just remove Prince Charming from the story. She went even further by labeling the classic prince a creepy stalker. Yes, she actually said that. It was a bold take meant to flip the script on what many see as a timeless love story. While some praised her for challenging outdated tropes, others were absolutely furious. Creepy stalker? Really? Fans asked. For many, fairy tales are meant to be an escape, a magical break from reality. Turning the prince into a villain felt like tearing apart the fantasy they had always cherished. And then came Brett Cooper, the new Snow White under the Daily Wire banner, who wasted no time diving into the drama.
Elon also commented under one of these screenshots and said, "She sounds mean. Yeah, we already kind of detected that last year."
Cooper made her position crystal clear. She's sticking to the classic love story. No creepy prince, no rewriting history, just the sweet, magical fairy tale fans remember. Her stance struck a chord with many. For fans who felt betrayed by Disney's modern spin, Cooper's take became a breath of fresh air. It was like someone saying, "We get it, you love the original, and we're here to bring it back." Imagine being told everything you adored about a beloved childhood story was suddenly wrong. That's how many fans felt about Disney's remake. Cooper's version became the antidote they didn't know they needed. But don't put away your tiaras just yet. This story is about to get even more intriguing. The Daily Wire didn't just cast Brett Cooper, they're creating their own version of Snow White. That's right, a full-on remake that promises to stay true to the original fairy tale. If that's not a bold move, what is? This decision has sent shockwaves through Hollywood, with fans eagerly watching to see which version will win their hearts. On one side, there's Disney's ultra-modern Snow White, ditching the prince and the dwarfs for a completely fresh take. On the other, the Daily Wire is doubling down on nostalgia, offering a faithful retelling brimming with classic fairy tale vibes. But here's the real plot twist. The rivalry became so intense that Disney decided to delay their film. Originally slated for a 2024 release, Disney's Snow White has now been pushed back to 2025. That's right, the entertainment giant is stepping back, possibly rethinking some of its decisions. Some speculate Disney is trying to avoid a direct box office clash with the Daily Wire's version. Others believe the studio is scrambling to adjust their creative direction after facing relentless backlash. Whatever the reason, one thing's clear. It's not every day you see a company as powerful as Disney blink in the face of competition. The fan reaction has turned into an all-out fairy tale showdown. It's like a sports league, but with princesses and dwarfs instead of touchdowns and three-pointers. On one side, you have fans cheering for Disney's bold changes. They argue that it's about time to break free from outdated stereotypes. Why shouldn't Snow White be her own hero, they ask. On the other side, fans are rallying behind the Daily Wire's version. For them, the magic of the original story is irreplaceable. They want the prince, the dwarfs, and that classic happily ever after charm. It's a battle between modernity and nostalgia, and neither side is ready to back down. The stakes are high, and everyone's wondering, which Snow White will win the hearts of the audience? Will it be Disney's progressive reimagining, redefining what a fairy tale can be? Or will the Daily Wire's nostalgic homage to the classic remind us of the stories we fell in love with as kids? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos on Rachel Zegler and the woke Snow White drama. See you in the next one.